Wait. Before we get into, like, anything,
Oh
I...
my fucking god.
What?
I did a countdown.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, during the podcast, I want to ask you this about,
Oh, okay.
the 70-year-old's doll you bought from Goodwill? Daisy?
Yeah.
I would love to talk about that situation.
Oh, wait, we're not gonna introduce the podcast.
This is Comic Grove Mysteries. It has a name now, unlike the last one. It should have been obvious, but the names didn't strike me until several weeks after we recorded it. But yeah, this is that. Fel, go
Don't
off.
timestamp it.
Huh?
Nothing. Okay, let's do this.
Please tell me about your creepy doll. I want to know about Daisy so bad.
Okay. So, base facts of Daisy is, I assume Marcy's going to have a picture of her on the screen right now.
I can. I sure can.
Yes. I want everyone to see her. She's this cute doll that is called a pretty pal or something like that.
A pretty
And
pal?
or something like that.
Okay, I've just never heard of this before.
It's a really old brand.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
she
surprised.
she has yarn hair and a little straw hat, but she's a musical pretty pal. So you wind her up, and then creepy music box sound plays, and her head rolls around. Like
You
she's
didn't
doing
tell me any of these things! What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I can send you a video of it if you want to put it in the podcast.
Oh my... Oh, does the music still play? Like, good?
Her head rolls as the music is playing.
Look, wait, can you, like, do a little impression of the ditty?
Actually, I can play it for
Oh,
you.
no.
Come here, Daisy.
No, don't come here, Daisy.
I didn't even wind her up.
I don't...
yet.
We're off to a bad start. Ugh. That's 70 years old?
Yes.
She plays great.
Don't you love her?
That's not what I thought it would look like, but she's very lovely. I'm so happy we're friends.
It was kind of creepy though, because I picked her up,
Mm-hmm.
and before I even wound it up or started anything, she started playing.
She chose you. Now you get to be friends forever.
Actually, yeah, she did choose me.
Like a cat at a pet
I
store.
was in the Goodwill, and I was immediately drawn to the aisle that had Daisy in it.
But like in a good way, or like I gotta see what's going on here way?
Yes.
You're worse than Stelty. I asked him a math question and he responded with yes. I was like 17 or 12 and he was like, yeah. I was what?
And so I got called over to her aisle, and then I immediately like zeroed in my gaze on her. And I was like, oh my god, guys. And I picked her up and I smoothed her out and like played with her dress a little, and then I noticed she was wind up. And I couldn't set her down. Like once I picked her up, I just couldn't set her down. I was like, guys, I have to take her home. I have to buy her. Like, Daisy's coming home with me.
How much was she?
She was only $3.
Yeah, I bought my Demonica doll for $3.
Sarah, Bree, and Adrian all hated her the second that they saw her.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised by this, actually.
But I loved her, and I took her, and the whole first 24 hours that I had her, I took her with me everywhere in the house that I went. Now she's a little more independent. But I would get anxious whenever I would leave her in rooms that I wasn't in. Like, my stomach would start hurting and my chest would feel tight, and I would get anxious, and so I'd have to run back into another room and get her.
Can I say a thing?
Yeah.
The last podcast we posted was literally Robert the Doll, and you learned nothing. You learned nothing.
Daisy would never hurt anyone.
Okay.
She has a very gentle soul, because Ecto has a toy that's kind of like a Daisy. Well, one of his friends does. And she's not possessed. And Ecto's toy's not possessed. And even Robert the Doll isn't possessed. And I actually didn't even name her Daisy. I just knew that was her name. Like, I wanted to name her Margarine after a character on South Park. Because she has hair just like her. And I was like, I'm going to call you Margarine. And then I looked at the doll for a minute. And I immediately knew that wasn't her name. And I'm like, well, what should I call you? And I didn't name her Daisy. Her name just is Daisy.
You know what? We're done. We're done with Daisy.
No, I have more to say.
Okay, go off.
And she doesn't like Sarah.
What a surprise.
Sarah was being mean to Daisy, and then she went to go pick Daisy up to move her, and she got a splinter.
What is this doll made out of?
She's made out of cloth, and then she has a straw hat. But there's no breaks in the straw or anything that could give you a splinter, but somehow Sarah got one.
You know, straw doesn't normally give you splinters either.
Somehow she picked her up and she immediately had a splinter.
Okay, maybe it was a tiny knife.
Maybe it was a tiny knife.
Yeah.
Please edit a picture of my doll holding a tiny knife.
Yeah, we'll see how optimistic I'm feeling later today.
And, sometimes, Daisy's, like, not too often, but sometimes her music box will go off without anyone touching it, or sometimes I'll see, like, her head twitch.
So happy I brought this up.
Yes, I do love her. I adore Daisy. She is.
Well, that's good, because she's your new roommate for the rest of your life.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited. I love her so much. She is a delight.
Sounds great. I can't wait to meet her. I will shake her hand.
Oh, she doesn't have hands.
What? What?
She doesn't have hands.
What does she have?
Little round stumps.
I'll shake her stump then.
Okay. She also doesn't have a mouth.
I'll have to look at this picture again. I don't seem to remember her quite clearly.
She's beautiful. She has, like, the faint outline of a mouth, but it's faded with time, and it was just drawn on. So, like, you can always see it.
Okay. Anything else about Daisy?
I love her. Honestly, I could go off for Daisy for a while, but we have other stuff to talk about.
We do. We'll talk about her when I interview you about your childhood. Your traumatic childhood.
That's gonna be like a 7-part series.
It will, and it will be great, because then we'll just have a bunch of podcasts stocked up like we don't right now.
Instead of recording the night before we post.
Yeah. We made a mistake. Okay, are you ready to hear about this?
Yeah, go off, bro.
Okay, my first disclaimer before we say anything is that I do mention quite a few Native American tribes. I looked up the pronunciation on all of them. If I didn't know how to say them, they might be wrong, so I'm just sorry about that right now. I did my best.
She's just a simple white girl.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to talk about something in California, actually, so you're safe this time. It's called the
Yay.
East 8 Mile Road in Stockton in San Joaquin County. Ever heard of this?
San Joaquin?
Yes, ever heard of this?
Kind of. It sounds
Really?
very familiar.
Really? That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's exactly what it sounds like, just an 8-mile stretch of road neighboring some communities built on Yukut Native American camps and burial grounds by a real estate developer named Alex Spanos, who I then wrote went as far as to have 500-year-old oak trees filled with arrowheads and other Yukut tribe artifacts torn out of the ground and removed.
Holy shit.
He's not a good person.
Fuck you, dude.
Not really related to the hauntings at all, but is relevant to the Native American tribes around that area. He was sued by Native American rights groups over building houses over sacred land and was found guilty.
Oh my god.
But he never paid any restitution or gave a verbal apology, so still a jerk. And yeah.
White people are horrible.
I just wanted to point that out. A little history of the land, I suppose. So everything else will make sense later. But yeah, so he was a jerk and messed with stuff that he shouldn't have messed with. Whoops. Okay, so, yeah. So, along this stretch of road, there are 3 ghosts people always claim to see, or very commonly claim to see. One is called the Woman in White. There's a lot of stories about that, but this is a totally different woman in white who's just particular to this road. The next one is an Akari, and the third one is an unknown spirit belonging to a young Native American woman. This one is said to be the most passive of the 3. And the Woman in White is said to be the most, violent, disturbing, scary, aggressive one. You know? You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mock me.
Okay. So we're gonna start with the Woman in White because she's the big baddie of the road. You feel? I say you feel a lot. Please, scream every time I say that or something.
I'll make a little noise like a...
Okay, that works for me. Can you make, something more appealing and less throaty sounding? Yeah, that works. Maybe a little deeper. Go a little deeper. That works. I really...
Okay, no, would you...
I really liked the sound you made when we were recording, Who Killed My Father Academy. And you were like, and I read the phone ring, and then you were like, wait, no, I want to make a ringtone sound. And then you went, yeah, I liked that noise quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Woman in White, pretty self-explanatory. She's just a lady who wears white clothes. Not really specified if it's a dress or pants, so imagine what you will. She is
a pantsuit.
Okay, a pantsuit, like an 80s style pantsuit.
Oh yeah.
Bangin'. Okay, so she is often seen by drivers walking in the middle of the road. This sentence doesn't make any sense in my notes, but we're gonna ignore that. So, apparently some people, when they drive by her, after they drive by her and they look in their mirror, they can see her sitting in the back seat. A common ghost fable, but this one sounds like it would actually happen. Just an 80s ghost chilling in the back seat. She has been it's not proven, but there have been car accidents on this road where people lose control of their car, and some of them have claims I was scared so badly, there's this lady in the middle of the road, I had to swerve to get out of the way, I thought I was gonna hit her, or she was in my back seat and scared me so badly I lost control of the car. So there have been car accidents and people have blamed her for it.
Okay. That must be so fun. You're by yourself in your car. It's the middle of the goddamn night. and you look in your rearview mirror
Yeah.
just to make sure that there's no one behind you, you know, check in, doing your regular driving things, and you see a fucking lady chilling in her 80s style pantsuit.
Yeah.
I'd probably pee.
I feel like I would step on the gas, but like that wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Step on the gas to get away from someone who's in your car?
Yeah, but like I just feel like that would be my natural reaction.
I would probably either step on the gas really hard, or I'd step on the brakes and like move the wheel, and we'd start doing donuts, and I'd probably flip the car.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. I keep a baseball bat in my back seat. I hope she wouldn't touch it.
Oh my god, you would give her access to the baseball bat.
Yeah, I keep my emergency backpack there too. Aww.
You need to start keeping these things in the front seat.
I only have one other front seat, and it's for passengers.
Yeah, well, they can sit in the back.
Where the demon is?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ellen. Okay, moving on.
If Ellen wonders why you're suddenly making her sit in the back, could just play this back to her.
Yeah, I'll, like, put it on a CD. Okay. So,
it's my fault.
Yeah, it is. So, some psychics have been there, and they've reported that they feel that she's using psychic abilities like telekinesis to mess with people. So, just like more confirmation that, yeah, she be doing some sneaking around there. Sneaky.
Sneaky snick.
Snicky snick.
Snick snick.
Skink.
Marcy, you can't say skink all the time.
Skink!
Marcy owns several skinks, and by several I mean one.
My multiple, I mean not multiple, I mean one. The opposite. I own one skink. It's not even a big skink. It doesn't warrant being called two skinks.
Shut your mouth.
It's so small.
You know how occasionally I will say shut the front door?
Yeah.
I realized I started doing that because She's Out does it.
Yeah.
I was watching She's Out the other day and I saw a guy go, shut the front door, and I'm like, oh no.
I like how no matter what we're doing, like talking about a haunted road, talking about a skink, talking about South Park, it always comes back to She's Out.
Yeah.
It always comes back to She's Out.
I like She's Out.
I know. Moving on to the second ghost. It's called...
Your pause was so long there, it sounded like you expected me to interrupt you or something.
A little bit, but I was also thinking about how to explain this. The second ghost...
Go ahead, I won't interrupt you this time, I promise.
I like being interrupted. Yeah, so the second ghost is called Nakeri. The reason why Akeri. I was thinking about how to explain this because the research I've done has led me in two different directions. One, that the ghost originates from India and it's a demon. And then the other one is that it originates from certain Native American tribe that I wrote down somewhere in this paragraph of text. And that it's like the ghost of a young girl who spreads illness and disease. And those are two fairly different things. So, you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything that pointed me in one direction, so I had to go with both directions, unfortunately. So, we're gonna start with this. She is the spirit of a young Native American girl who neighbors hear screaming during the night. Like, people in nearby houses just hear this. I don't know why they still live there. I sure wouldn't.
She's me.
Screaming during the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And then, from India, the story from there is that it's a demon who disguises itself as a young girl. Because it's not threatening in that way. I don't know, Fel. It was really hard. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging, I'm listening, bitch.
Thanks. Yeah, I was kind of sad I couldn't, find whatever. I mean, and cultures, of course, have crossovers every once in a while. That's why everyone has dragons and stuff. So maybe the Akari is just one of those things.
No, everybody has dragons and stuff because dragons actually fucking existed.
Maybe the Akari is that, too.
I will end you.
What?
She does sound like a banshee, though.
You're right. That does sound very banshee-like. Wait, there's a fact about the Akari. It was in Supernatural.
What episode? What season?
I don't know. I just saw it on the Wikipedia. It was in media. Supernatural. And
she got her big moment.
Yeah, it was a little white girl, little white blonde girl. And I was like, okay.
I remember that episode.
Oh, you do? What happened?
Not a lot.
Oh. Okay.
It wasn't a good episode.
Unfortunate. Probably because they ignored the demon's origins, but whatever.
Yeah, Supernatural is all about that. And they're all about little blonde white girls being creepy.
Yeah. I mean, I've never encountered
they had that one little girl from Disney Channel.
What little? From Charlie?
No, the little girl from Ant Farm, the blonde girl.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, she was on Supernatural before she got on Ant Farm, whenever she was 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they dressed her up in a pretty pink dress, and she was the major villain for a whole season because she was the demon Lilith.
Oh.
And there's this one scene where she's having a birthday party because since she's a little girl demon, she fucking does little girl things. And so she's having making them feed her a birthday party again. And she is wearing a pretty pink birthday dress. And she kills her grandpa, and her dress is she kills her cat. And her dress is just splattered in blood. And she comes up to her mom, and she's like, "Mommy, I want a sandwich." And her mom's like, "What happened?" And she's like, "Oh, the kitty looked at me weird."
Wait, were the parents in this? Were they being forced to take care of this child demon?
Yes.
Okay, I think I vaguely remember this now.
And they were terrified of her.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, good to know. Basically, the general gist of this Akari demon is that she's a malevolent being who looks like a little girl and was either murdered, very sick, or abused and left to die before becoming an evil spirit. That's in Native American, that's how it is. Abuse the child abuses you back when it's dead.
That's how it is in Pokemon too.
What do you mean?
Well, there's several Pokemon that are actually dead children who are getting revenge.
Wait, is this from the Pokemon Go origin thing?
No.
Oh, I remember reading something about that. What? Do you know any Pokemon specifically?
I know them, but I don't remember their names.
Aw.
But I know what they look like.
Describe them.
There's one of them which looks like a sarcophagus, and it has ghostly hands.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I don't know that one's name either.
And then some Pokemon get really dark. There's one Pokemon which it doesn't like fat kids because it will pick up thin children and carry them away.
That one's fun.
It's a balloon, and so it disguises itself as like a balloon, and then the kids, little children will cling onto the balloon because who doesn't like balloons? And it will literally carry them away to their deaths.
Oh. Mr. Mime will fuck your mom.
Mr. Mime, yeah, that's actually Mr. Mime's whole Pokemon thing.
Yeah.
Is that if you make fun of Mr. Mime, he uses charm on your mom. He marries and fucks your mom.
And then your dad is Mr. Mime. That's his revenge.
That's what happened to Ash Ketchum.
Yeah. Moving on.
No, Marcy, look me in the eyes and remember that Mr. Mime fucked Ash Ketchum's mom.
Okay, I'll accept it.
We got really off topic.
A little bit.
We always get off topic.
And you want to hear this thing about Native American folklore? Mr. Mime fucked Ash Ketchum's mom.
Oh god, okay, go on with the interesting Native American folklore.
Okay.
We could probably have a full podcast. If you're still listening, comment down below if you'd like us to go in depth about all the creepy Pokemon that we can find.
We could do that. That could be our next one. Just like bringing up some interest in Pokemon.
Because there are several that I would like to go in depth about and talk about the origins and the different stories behind them, because each Pokemon has a specific backstory applied to it. And so if you guys are interested in that for next week, comment down below.
Oh my gosh. Wait. No, wait. If we do that episode, though, it has to start with us declaring what our Pokemon teams would be. Like, pick 5 Pokemon.
You get 6 Pokemon.
Okay, fine. I was 1 number off. Yeah, pick 6 Pokemon. We have to do that. Yes!
Okay.
Okay, all mine are gonna be fun.
Anyway, back to Native American ghosts.
Right. So yeah, sorry I can't really differentiate if it actually originated from India or Native American culture. There's not a lot of things about the Akere, you know? It's just not a well talked about thing. Okay. And, oh, here it is. I did write this. So, in Chippewa culture, the Akere, the Native American tribe, the Akere is a young girl who died of, quote, bad death. Well, wait. Yeah, who died a bad death, most likely from murder, infection, or disease. Like, she went out in a not peaceful way, so her spirit was like, time for a revenge, and she gets her revenge by spreading plagues to children living nearby.
Those children didn't do anything.
Yeah, but she didn't either. But I guess that doesn't justify.
Yeah, but shouldn't she be targeting abusive parents?
Yeah, I guess I would be targeting whoever murdered me. But it's also said that she could have died of infection or a disease. So, like, I don't know who you target then. Like, the guy who sneezed on you?
Parents who don't vaccinate their children.
I'm pretty sure. The modern ghost.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, the Akere, while normally out for vengeance, is not actually specific in its targets. It will kill basically any children it can, and some adults too. But it doesn't really actually go for adults because, you know, their immune systems are better and stuff. And it actually rarely seeks vengeance on those who wronged it in life. Isn't that interesting? A ghost who doesn't care about the people who were jerks to it while it was alive.
Yes, that is very... Oh, hello, Cinder. Very interesting.
I don't know, I just thought that was like a neat fact for some reason that, like, you're petty, but you're not actually that petty. You're just a little bit petty. The spirit can appear as a normal or somewhat gaunt child, and thus it can pass through the village unnoticed. Oh, but its true form is very monstrous, but rarely is seen unless it is cornered.
Do you think that Mowgli from the Jungle Book is one of these guys?
Why?
Just think about it.
Why?
Well, nobody's ever seen the child before.
What about the Jungle Book 2?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I was getting into it.
Okay.
Nobody's ever seen him before he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows up very sickly looking, blends in with all the other kids, fastly makes friends with them, follows one of the villager girls home even, and then finds a place among them. But the second that he does come home, from what I remember of the Jungle Book 2, things start going bad for them. Like, their water dries up and...
Maybe. I don't remember this at all. I just remember there was a second Jungle Book and he followed that girl home.
Like, he followed that girl home and they wanted him to be a hunter and all this stuff. But they were also thinking about, like, there were less animals to hunt and there was more work to be done, and they were having a hard time finding food, and he was having a hard time proving that he was just a kid like them, and he still stayed sickly looking despite it. And just bad, like, there were kids in the town who were getting sick.
Okay, Mowgli from the Jungle Book is an Akere. Glad we got that sorted out. Let's see. Let's move on to the third ghost. Fel?
I'm here.
Oh.
I'm listening.
Okay. I don't know. You didn't say anything after the confirmation of Mowgli, so I was a little concerned.
I felt like that was a pretty solid confirmation and nothing else needed to be said.
That's fair. Thank you for your input.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. So, the third ghost is just some chill lady without really a name. She's basically harmless, and doesn't trouble anyone. You know, doesn't crash a car, doesn't scream during the middle of the night, just hangs out. I told my sister this, and she was like, well, maybe she's keeping the bad spirits at bay, you know? I was like, oh.
That does. Some of them do that.
Mm-hmm. So, maybe that's her. I don't know these things. Yeah, so doesn't really do anything. She tends to appear more during full moon nights, and unlike everyone else, her origins are yet to be known.
She's a werewolf.
What do you... Well, no, but she's, like, still human on full nights.
The rest of the time, she's a wolf.
The opposite of a werewolf? So, like, a were-human?
A were-girl.
Yeah, a were-human. Because, like, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little side note about the road is that, like, people say that the road turns on you. Like, you get lost and your navigation won't work and you can't tell which way you're heading. I just thought that was a creepy fun fact. Like, if you're swimming in the ocean, you can't tell which way is up anymore. Like, that's when you know you're screwed. Kind of like that, but driving on a road.
Is it really? Does it really get impossible to tell which way is up?
Well, not like all the time, but, like, there are problems that can go wrong. With, like, if something goes wrong with your oxygen and, you know, you get loopy, that's like, the thing that happens to divers. Like, you get loopy, something's wrong with your gas, and then you can't tell, like, which way is up or down, and then, you know, it's a terrible thing. Yeah.
Reasons I will never set foot into the ocean.
Aw, how sad. Yeah.
I'm scared of the ocean.
Yeah, but scuba diving is like a whole different thing than the actual ocean.
I'm scared of the ocean in general.
There's not a lot of scary things in there.
I'm sorry, what? Everything in the ocean is terrifying. It's like God's deviant art face.
Fel, do you have bears where you live?
Yes.
Did you know that you have a 1 in 2.1 millionth of a chance of getting attacked by a bear?
That's not a big chance.
Fel, do you want to know what the chances of getting attacked by a white shark are?
Oh, no, I know sharks won't hurt me. I'm worried about other stuff.
1 in 11.5 million. I just want to say that because I gave a speech on this to the shark lab at my school. And I had that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that sharks won't hurt me. I'm scared of stepping on a jellyfish or of I'm not a strong swimmer, so of getting caught in like
a riptide.
One of those currents.
Riptide.
Yeah.
Swim diagonally.
Or of a dolphin finding me. Those fuckers are scary.
You do have those. They don't really venture that close to the shore, though. There's not a lot for them.
Dolphins are terrifying. Everyone's always scared of sharks, but it's the dolphins that get you.
Well, yeah, but the dolphins don't really come that close to shore. There's not a lot for them. Like, the fish don't come because there are people, and the dolphins don't really go with food, doesn't.
I'm not really a strong swimmer.
Well, don't go into riptides.
How do you know?
Because the color's different. The color's like different because like it's like the currents, so like it will be a different shade of blue than the rest of the water.
Marci, I'm slightly colorblind.
Oh well, I think it will be strong enough to tell. Also, they usually put out a riptide warning. What? I know a lot about the ocean.
I'm just never going to set foot in it.
Okay, that's valid. You're valid. Don't worry, fam. The beach is
like I don't want to. My cat. Okay, I want to know something. Is it true that if you get stung by a jellyfish, someone has to pee on you?
Not someone has to pee on you. Like some jellyfish stings aren't even that bad, and some of them kill you instantly.
Ah!
Whoopsie. Jellyfish can have tendrils up to 11 feet long. What we should really talk about is sperm whales. Sperm whales eat giant squid. Whoopsie. What? I have a few questions though. Like, I get it that like people are afraid of sharks, but why aren't we more afraid of orcas? Have you seen an orca in action, Fel? They tease their prey. They play with their food. They will chase a seal around, knowing full well they can catch that thing, but they just chase it around for the fun of it. That's messed up.
Free Willy.
There are orcas in the Gulf of Mexico. Why are they there? I don't know, but are you going to tell an orca to leave? No, I'm not. That's scary. I was watching a video on Twitter of this dude paddleboarding, and there was an orca like at the foot of his paddleboard, like nudging it. And he was like, no! And he hit it with his little paddle. And the orca swam away. But what happens to a shark? He'd be screaming. The media has skewed our perception of the danger of orcas. Anyways, back to Native American.
No, imagine if the orca got pissed at him and tried to eat him. It would eat him.
Orcas aren't really known for attack. They're really smart animals when it comes down to it. That's why, you can train them and stuff.
I know, but imagine if hitting it had pissed it off.
Yeah, but I don't think it would eat him. I think it would maim him.
Yes!
Yeah, but I think he would have lived. Just not as well as he would have lived if he hadn't pissed off the orca. But, like, what are you supposed to do? That thing was going to tip his little paddleboard over. Then you're in the water with that thing. I don't like orcas. They're cute and they're great, but I don't like orcas.
Nah.
Yeah. You know, you can't keep great white sharks in captivity. Well, just white sharks. You don't need the great in front of it. You can't
What
keep...
was I supposed to...
Huh?
What was I supposed to scream if you said?
You feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but, you can't keep white sharks in captivity because they go insane and bash their head against the glass.
I thought that you just said insane.
No, they go insane. They don't eat food given to them by humans. And also, you know, they need open water. They need to be constantly moving around. And, like, the same environment just drives them crazy. I wonder if you can hear my cat
Is your cat
screaming.
screaming?
You can hear that? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's...
Is it Simon?
No, it's Diego.
I figured.
He doesn't want in my room,
It didn't
though.
sound like... Where does he want?
I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think the bathroom door is shut. He wants in the bathroom.
Let him in the bathroom.
I don't know. Who's in the bathroom?
Go let him in.
Okay. I think he stopped. Diego.
Maybe they let him watch him shit.
Diego, that bastard.
I love him.
Whoops. Okay, so, I have a story from TripAdvisor. I probably could have pulled up one from Reddit, but I didn't really see anything that I liked. I've read a few from, like, locals in the area who are like, I've lived here my whole life. Like, there's nothing haunted here at all. Like, all this is made up. I've never experienced anything. So there's stuff like that. Not a lot, but, like, quite a few things I've read saying that. But, I pulled up one from TripAdvisor at the Residence Inn, Stockton Residence Inn, whatever. Just because it seems really casual, and, like, it didn't feel like it was made up, so I just went for it.
Yeah.
I was trying to suppress a burp that whole time. I wasn't breathing. Okay, so let's start the TripAdvisor review. It's, so... The minute my wife walked into the hotel room, she had chills up her spine. She knew something was wrong, but didn't mention it to me until the second day. The first night, we heard actual voices in our bathroom when no one was around. My wife felt something sit on our bed, and then on top of her, and then move across the bed. She heard it walking around the room, too. She also felt the cover being pulled down at least twice. The second morning, we woke up and found the cover neatly pulled to the end of the bed. It was unnatural how neat it was. We both had terrible nightmares that night, too. My wife woke up screaming in her sleep. My wife woke me up screaming, parentheses, and I sleep like a baby, end parentheses. The final night. Did that sentence make sense to you?
If they sleep like a baby, they would have been up every few hours anyway.
Fair. Okay. So, the final night I woke up screaming because I literally felt someone, parentheses, and I know that sounds crazy, was pulling my soul out of my body and towards the bathroom, parentheses, where we heard the voices.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a terrifying feeling. Having my soul pulled out of my body and towards the bathroom. I hate that. That is the worst thing I have read in at least a week and a half.
That's like... That was just my typical Friday night in Kentucky.
Yeah, Mom, I'm just gonna go battle a demon on the astral plane. I'll be back by 8.
Okay, no, I know I'm making fun, but you know I used to call you at like 3 a.m. crying because something was watching me from the end of my bed.
Yeah, I remember in high school you would call me a lot during, like, especially weekends. I feel like it let you sleep on school nights. You would call me a lot on weekends, like Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Like, at any time of the day, if you were, like, home alone or sleeping, and you'd be like, Marcy! I don't know. That happens so much.
It
Hasn't
did,
stopped.
and it was constant. It was like I called you at least once or twice a week with it.
Yeah, it's weird how I totally forgot that was such a common occurrence that it just we just outgrew. Wow, interesting. High school felt so long ago, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, it was only 2 years ago.
Yeah. Wow, weird. Everything's awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Oh, sorry.
No, we can go off on this another time.
Okay, well, I only have one more part to add to the TripAdvisor review. The manager of the Residence Inn responded to it.
Oh, God.
He laid out, like, a formal apology and everything. He was like, we're sorry you had a bad experience at our inn, blah, blah, blah. We hope you, like, will still be our customer in the future. I was like, imagine someone complaining to you that a ghost was trying to pull out your soul, and the manager just comes in like, we're sorry for your bad experience. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to complain about demons, but, like, that just seems like a weird way to respond to it. Maybe the manager's the demon. Sorry.
Conspiracy theory?
I just imagine being the manager who has to, like, apologize to a guest on behalf of a demon. Like, that's not even your fault. It wasn't one of your staff members. It wasn't like you left something gross in the bathroom. No, it was like the demon in room 2B was trying to suck out someone's soul again.
God, could you imagine? Like, he's so used to responding to it. He's just like, hope you'll still be our customer.
Yeah, they stopped giving out gift cards after the 5th incident.
They were losing too much money.
Well, yeah, I can't imagine they get a lot of people at the Stockton Residence Inn. But
it's a cover-up. It's actually a soul-sucking place.
Well, guess this guy left a good review. Mentioned soul-sucking and everything. Yeah, that's actually all the notes I had on it. I told you it was kind of a short story, but it's... I don't know, there are a lot of creepy things in California, but I wanted to talk about one that's lesser known, I suppose. And since it's lesser known, there's not really an actual lot of things about it. There's not a lot of things about it. No siree, I can talk real good.
You just said I can talk real good whenever it's I can speak well.
I can talk real good. I feel like that's my go-to. But, like, that's my go-to whenever I bad English. I talk real good.
I talk nice.
I talk like a cool cherry glass lime wine tea.
You can't talk like a tea.
I talk like a tea.
No!
I talk like a bowl of cotton candy on a cheap summer day.
A cheap summer day?
Yeah.
It's not hot or cold, it's just cheap?
Yeah. Hi, I'm an
guys,
NPC
that's all the
in
time
Fallout
that we have
76.
for today. What?
I said hi, I'm an NPC in Fallout 76.
Oh my god.
The video game that brought back to life country roads.
Roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia.
Mountain Mama. Country roads. That's a good song.
It is.
Okay, but yeah, that's all I have to say, unless you want to add something to any of that. Sorry it wasn't that, I don't know, clear or good.
No, I feel like We got a fairly decent amount of things. I guess that's all the time that we have for today, guys. Make sure to leave a comment saying what you would like us to talk about next.
Oh, no, you can't. I already have what I'm going to talk about next. Skinwalker Ranch.
I thought we were doing Pokemon next.
No. Pokemon can be after Skinwalker Ranch. I did a lot of research on this, and I want to talk about it immediately.
Well, we will see you next week for a podcast. Always brush your hair from the tips up to the roots, or else you will break your hair and hurt yourself.
That's Belle's tip of the day. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys accomplish everything you want to get done. Also, it's going to be finals week for a lot of college students and high schoolers, so good luck on that stuff. And if you're not in school anymore, good luck in general, because it's the holidays and everything's awful.
Respect your retail workers, guys. That's my other tip of the day.
Respect your retail workers.
Retail workers.
They might pee in your coffee, so be nice to them.
They are going through a lot of stress right now. With it being the holiday season, both fast food workers and cashiers. So, like, be nice to them. Yeah. I don't care how bad of a day you're having. Tip them. Give them a hug.
Don't give them a hug.
Don't give them a hug. Just be nice.
Yeah, be nice.
Or they will crawl into your home at 3 a.m.